Did you know there is actually a computer out there that can give you the exact right answer without even being turned on? I know, it sounds literally like magic, but it's a real thing. It's called counterfactual computing.
This mind-bending concept is already being intensely studied by elite labs, think places like IBM and MIT. See, in the quantum world, information could actually emerge from what might have happened, even if the physical process never actually took place. Crazy, right? And while the whole world is busy debating whether AI is going to take our jobs, there's a much deeper shift happening right now in the very fabric of reality and money. We're building machines that don't just process data, they literally explore multiple universes to find a profit.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, the new data capitalism.
Welcome to the era of data capitalism. You can completely forget about oil. The real strategic raw material of this century is the trillions of gigabytes of data that we generate every single day, just by clicking on ads or honestly just walking around with your phone in your pocket. Artificial intelligence absolutely feasts on this massive flow of global data. I mean, it already dominates the stock market, it decides who gets hired, and it shapes global logistics.
And the economic efficiency of this new model, it's honestly devastating. To put it into perspective, General Motors took 70 years and they needed 840,000 employees to make an $11 billion profit. On the flip side, Google made a $14 billion profit in just 14 years with a mere 38,000 employees. The contrast between the old physical era and this new data era is just brutal. But to keep this insane pace going, we're about to hit a massive physical glass ceiling.
Which brings us to Section 2, the physical limit of silicon.
So our current computers have basically reached their physical limits. Let's zoom into the microscopic level for a second. Today, the transistors inside your chips are about 10 nanometers wide. To give you an idea, that is 10 times smaller than a single flu virus. Engineers are pushing hard to shrink them down to 3 nanometers, but after that, we literally hit a wall. We are bumping right into the actual size of an atom.
And if we try to shrink these chips down any further, the basic rules of classical physics just completely fall apart. The electrons will actually just pass straight through the walls of the chip. It's a physical phenomenon known as quantum tunneling. The logic gates fail, and the computer just stops working entirely. So we clearly can't shrink chips forever.
That leads us to Section 3, the quantum bit revolution.
This is exactly where quantum computing arrives to completely break the rules of the game and potentially inject a whopping $13 trillion into the global economy. See, in a traditional computer, information is totally binary. A bit is strictly a 0 or a 1. But a quantum computer uses what's called a qubit. And thanks to a little something called superposition, a qubit can exist in infinite states between 0 and 1, all at the exact same time.
And this brilliantly illustrates the difference. Think of a classic, everyday bit, like a light switch. It is strictly on or off. Now imagine the quantum qubit as a spinning coin. While it's spinning really fast on the table, is it heads or tails? Actually, while it's in motion, it's effectively both states at the same time.
Because of this superpower of superposition, a quantum machine can test every single possible combination of a complex password entirely simultaneously. So a problem that would take our absolute best modern supercomputers decades or even centuries to crack, a quantum machine can solve in just a matter of seconds. It's a total game changer.
Let's look at Section 4, the machine replacing the mind.
So, what does this extreme computing power actually mean for you and your wallet? Well, AI isn't just replacing physical arms anymore, it's replacing minds. Take Amazon, for example. They just doubled the salary cap for their algorithm engineers to $350,000 a year. Why? Because they know an undeniable truth. In the future, whoever controls the algorithm controls the entire market.
But here's the crazy contrast. If your job is purely analytical, your next biggest competitor might just be a software program that costs $4 an hour. A system that literally never sleeps, never takes a vacation, and uses machine learning to self-improve day after day.
Over in the UK, the Serious Fraud Office is already using AI to cross-reference evidence that would literally take human lawyers years to review. But it's not all doom and gloom about being replaced. Interestingly, research shows that a majority of workers using AI right now actually report huge boosts in their own performance and even job satisfaction. For now, it's an incredible tool for boosting human capability.
Now, on a surprisingly positive note, let's turn to Section 5, the quantum future of healthcare.
Perhaps the most immediate, real-world impact of this tech is going to be on your actual lifespan. Platforms like IBM Watson are already ingesting and analyzing just massive clinical data sets. They're suggesting personalized medicine treatments and helping doctors spot oncology patterns that are completely invisible to the human eye. They process data at a scale we simply cannot match. And the hardware is evolving alongside it. Have you heard of the quantum microphone? It's this fascinating new device. It's actually visible to the naked eye, made up of 10 trillion atoms, and it can capture the vibration of single individual quanta. Soon, AI will be able to essentially see inside the human body without using any harmful radiation at all. It'll just detect the quantum signals of your cells to give incredibly early disease diagnosis.
Okay, Section 6. Is our brain quantum?
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the mind-blowing revelation that is literally keeping scientists awake at night. What if your brain itself is a biological quantum computer? Inside our neurons, we have these tiny structures called microtubules. They seem perfectly designed to capture and amplify quantum effects, practically running on chaos to potentially generate human consciousness and even free will itself.
As the quote here says, scientists like Hugo de Garis are building artificial brains with hardware that evolves itself in a digital Darwinian process. We are actually trying to replicate this biological quantum computing. We're moving way beyond static code into a space where machines physically rewrite their own neural pathways.
And if human consciousness really is just a byproduct of quantum processing, well, if we replicate that architecture, the machines we're building right now might actually wake up. They wouldn't just be super-fast calculators anymore. They'd be genuinely sentient beings, with an intelligence trillions of times superior to our own.
Which leaves us with perhaps the most haunting, provocative question of our time. As we finally push past silicon and bend the fundamental laws of the universe to build these new minds, will the machines of tomorrow be our tools, or are we engineering our evolutionary successors? The future isn't just written in lines of code anymore. It's going to be dictated by the infinite probabilities of the quantum universe. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.